Yeah. I'm just trying to get my nationals live, and then well, I'm live. I'm live. Yeah, as soon as I do that, but I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now, so I'll get back to you. All right, later, Mike. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that, guys. I was on the phone with the Pro Shop guy. Welcome to Bad Bad Bowling 101, the break point. So, yep, I'm outside in my backyard. It's a little nice out here. So I'll be out here as soon as, and then I get bit by a mosquito, I'm leaving. Actually, I get bit by a mosquito, I put on a hoodie. So here's the deal. I ain't feeling too well today. So I was supposed to go to bowling alley, do some other stuff, but I wasn't feeling so well. So um that's okay though. We don't always feel well. So today we're going to be doing, like the title said, we're going to be doing angles and well, the main thing is today's show is going to be doing um how to get yourself ready for leisure bowling, league bowling, tournaments, or an event. Also, um understanding your angles and targeting also. So them would be the two things that we cover today. Um my boy 30 is going to be on to go over this too. Our points of view are almost never the same. Well, they're the same, but almost never the same. How's that? That's like saying I'm right. I'm always right sometime. But like I said, I ain't feeling so well. So we're going to push through this. I am going to have a cold one or something, I think. Got to celebrate this, celebrate every day until I get bit by a mosquito. Then I'm going in the house. One mosquito bite, I'm going in. Or I got to put a hoodie on and it's hot outside. I wonder, huh? Let me do my audio settings. Let me see. All right, that works. Can you guys hear me? I'm sure you can. I see the thing moving. All right, so the link should be in the chat. I'm gonna put it in again. Anybody that wants to get in can get into the chat. If you have any questions, it's probably easier to pop on and ask. You don't have to put your face on if you don't want to. Yeah, you don't have to put your face on if you don't want to. So while we wait, and for those of you that will watch it later, I'm going to be doing a series. I'm getting ready for nationals, so I'm gonna cover some practices. I'm gonna cover. I'm in a sports shot league. I'm gonna cover some of that. I'm gonna cover the balls. Whoa! I'm gonna cover the balls that I'll potentially be using and the balls that I will be using, and I will tell you how I'm going to do that. Just remember, man, it's important that you guys remember when you're selecting, you gotta use what's best for you. You can't decide to use what's best for somebody else. And that's the thing about bowling. A lot of people be like, "Ooh, that ball works for him. It should work for me." Well, I got news for you. You ain't him, man. I got a cough. I took something for it. I'm sweating, as you can see. I've been sweating. I mean, dude, I'm just sick. You know, I ain't COVID sick. I'm just sick. So, but that's all right though. But you know what they say, right? The show must go on. And no, um, man, I mean, I am. That's why I'm outside right now because it's hot than a mother out here. So 8:30. I'm not early, man. 6 p.m. my time. I'm on right on time. So And that's the thing, man. I hate being sick. Being a diabetic, when I'm sick, it takes me a while to get back. Like my wife's like, you're sick for forever in a day. So, you know, I don't know. It's all right though. Man, listen, 30, you got to get in here and talk to these people for a minute. Hey, I know I need see, that's the thing. I need my students probably more than y'all need me. You know what I mean? That keeps me going, man. That's a bright point in my day. I enjoy coaching more than I like bowling. So, you know, but I need them, to get ready. No, man, it was 6 o'clock. You playing around right now. I might have to go get a hoodie because there's bugs out here. I don't mind bugs. I just don't like mosquitoes. And they like to find me. So did he go practice today? How did he do? Remember, we practicing all the time.
There we go.
Yeah. Say something, 30.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Turn off.
Oh, you did it today. That's all right. I'll
Something.
let you know how I feel. That way, if I feel okay, then we can go tomorrow. Actually, I got to coach a kid tomorrow, but a grown-up kid, but he's younger than me, so he's a kid. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that either. I gotta feel better than I do now.
I don't know why the wrong profile is showing up on YouTube. That's really weird.
I don't know. Does it matter?
No,
Oh,
just...
your league starts tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. That's the one over Forest Hills, right? Yep. Yeah, let's get him to he's about a 175 in that league. Well, Forest Hill's a little different though. Yeah, you gotta watch that place. The people that maintenance it, I don't think that they do a great job of it. But you know what? He's gonna bowl well no matter where he's at. So I'm not worried about that. He just gotta remember to stay on course. His mechanics are the most important part of it. If he messed that up, then he's in trouble. All right, 30. Start what you need to. I need to go get a hoodie, man, because I'm not getting bit by no mosquito.
Don't you have any off there?
I don't even put that stuff on my skin, man. You crazy?
No, but that's generally how you keep mosquitoes from getting on you is mosquito repellent.
Listen. I'm not. Look. No. In the story,
No.
the conversation's over. We're not putting on my skin.
No.
Right?
We're not putting bug repellent on our skin to repel bugs. Got it. Good logic.
No, I don't need it. I'm going to get a hoodie. I'll be back in 30 seconds. If I have
go
a
get your hoodie.
I don't have to worry
Go
about
get your hoodie and fry. Go get your hoodie and fry.
I'd rather be frying than get bit.
you could have the best of both. You could be cool and not get bit.
Man, don't be telling me. Stop playing.
I'm in the mosquito capital of the world. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, well, that's why you live there and I don't. Cause are you crazy? I told my wife that. She crazy.
You need like 3 spritzes, 3 little sprays, and you're good.
Listen, so
don't damage your skin.
No, when we was in Miami, she put that on me and she put that liquid stuff on me, and they still bit me anyway.
What did she use?
She used that deep, and she put the bug repellent on me, and they bit me anyway. Man, they found me, dude.
Which kind did she use?
I think she used
fabric softener works really well, actually.
Fabric softener.
Yeah. There's also these bracelets that you can get to have some.
Back up. What do we do with fabric softener?
What do you mean?
What do you use for fabric softener? What do you do with that? What do you put it in your pocket?
It's a repellent, yeah.
So if you put fabric softener in your pocket, it'll work.
Yeah, there's also bracelets you can get that are like, I don't know what they have in them. They're magnetic, but there's something else in them that repels them.
Oh, for real? See, man, y'all, I gotta hang out with you guys. You guys know more than me, and I definitely need to stop being bit by mosquitoes because this is not good for me. Hey, I'm the only guy that be 90 degrees outside cutting his grass with a sweatsuit on.
You can also use coffee grinds.
Are you googling this?
No, these are things that I use myself.
Wait,
There's
what is?
also
Hold on,
there's also
hold on.
a
Wait,
device you can get that's like a bug zapper, but it emits a high pitched sound instead of being like electric, and that drives them nuts.
oh yeah. See, thanks for reminding me. I got I got the bug zapper right there. I should come plug that in, and I got the candle right there. Yeah, hold on, man. Let me get a lighter.
Yeah, Centinela. That's another one.
Yep, yep. I told you, we got everything, man. My wife try to make sure I'm safe. Come on, man. Let's go. Come on,
Marked safe from mosquitoes.
listen, man. You gonna stop talking yayo? You know what I mean? 'Cause ain't no reason why you gotta get internet beat up. You know what I mean?
What? What does that even mean?
You know how people will be on how they get on the computer and become a tough guy, and then you see them in person, and they're like, man, look, I just playing.
Oh, the keyboard heroes or keyboard warriors?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The keyboard hustlers.
Yeah, they're everywhere. That's fine. I like them. What? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What?
Your getup is just hilarious because it's what is it like 75 there?
It's like 80.
That's fantastic. You got the hoodie and the Bowie hat on, man. Are you gonna put a mask on too? You can put some goggles on.
No, I don't need that. They don't bite me in the face.
You're lucky, man.
Yeah, they don't bite me in the face. They bite me in the face, I'll be biting them back.
You don't get that. You don't get that lucky here. They bite everywhere.
Hey, I need your member ID number 30 so I can put you on my national team real quick.
My what?
Your member ID number for your bull. Oh, you ain't even sanctioned, are you?
No, I'm not sanctioned right now.
They can't
So
find you to win.
So you'll have that in the fall.
Ooh, you know what? That ain't a bad idea. I can go get a shot of fans, but then you'll hear the fans. See how it work? That's not a bad idea though. Actually, I'll be back. I gotta get the fans. All right, so
yeah,
what are we gonna?
Yeah, they have trouble navigating.
So what are we gonna start with today? What is gonna start this topic? Because we should get into it sooner than later. But I gotta get a fan. Because yep.
All right, which one you want to go over first?
Since some of my students are actually on here, let's go with targeting. No, let's go with the other part. Let's go with getting prepared. You start, I'll be right back.
All right. So the getting prepared part is we're going to need you mostly for this because it's kind of a quiz for how you're going to take someone from leisure bowling to league bowling. So in order for the scenario to work out, you need to be here because you need to hear it and then give your feedback on it. But that's the idea. So if anybody's like brand new, right, and you're in a situation where you bowl with your friends or you bowl on the weekends or whatever for fun, and you want to convert from that to something more competitive, i.e. league or even starting tournaments, it's how to get to that next step. And that's what we're going to go over. And what I want to go over with him specifically is what his coaching plan for you would be given that scenario. From step one all the way to like lesson 3 or 4, kind of like what the outline is going to be. Because that's a big change when you go from leisure to league. And it also involves buying some stuff because there's some things that you'll definitely need. in order to go over this, he needs to come back. So it's not going to work without him coming back. So we'll chill here and wait in the chat until he gets back. So who's all here? I see Boy Meets World. Is anybody else here? Oh, well, you're back. Kind of. Are you back? Your mic on? What is that face? You look so confused. Why do you look so confused? There's nothing coming out of your mic right now.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, now you're here. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Say something again.
All right, that should be much better.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
All right, there we go, guys. I'm back. I didn't know taking the AirPods out of my ears was gonna be a problem, but now we know. And I got a fan on me. Oh, I'm ready.
Now you're good to go.
You know,
All right,
I
so
need an outside air conditioner.
Do they make those?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
How do you air condition the outside? That's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it?
I just need the air conditioning myself. You know what? Don't be questioning. Come on, let's go. Why are you playing?
I'm just giving you shit. All right, so here's the scenario. So somebody walks in on the street, off the street, right? And they say, "Hey, Coach C, I'm a leisure bowler. I bowl with my friends on weekends, and I want to go from leisure bowling to league." What do you tell them? What's your game plan? From step 1 to like lesson 3, we'll say.
Okay, well, so somebody walks in the street that I don't know, have no idea who they are. So
Right.
First thing is, I'm gonna ask them questions. How long have you been bowling? You know, do you have your own equipment? All those things, variations.
No, they don't have. No, they don't have their own equipment, and they've been bowling for fun, but like only on and off for a couple of years.
Okay, so I would probably ask them to let me. I would probably want to see them bowl. So if they're seeing me and I'm in a bowling alley, then there's 9 out of 10 I got a lane available. So I'll probably see them roll the ball. I mean, if you're going to transition to a league, then you at some point in the near future would like to probably want to get your own shoes and your own ball. The shoes is easy. You educate them because there's different levels of shoes. So that's one. The second part is watching somebody throw a ball tell you a lot.
Right.
So I would tell them, before you worry about a ball, let's get your mechanics okay. Because most people, when they come in new, they have seen other people hook the ball, and that's what they want to do. So I let people know, before you do that, we want to get your mechanics, your approach together, because that allows you to be better when it comes to your transition from a straight ball to a hook ball. You know what I mean? Because your hand positions are different when you're using a straight ball. All of it is different. So for me, that would be how I would approach it. Okay. And I would work with them free of charge. It's not a problem, but that's what I would do.
Now, what shoes would you tell them to get? Because there's a big disparity, a big market in shoes.
Okay, so you're right. I'm not a fan of shoes that don't. I'm not a fan of shoes that have a pad on both feet. I'm just going to be upfront and honest with everybody. I think that those shoes are an absolute positive waste of time. The reason why I say that is because when I first started with bowling, that's what they gave me. And then when I decided to upgrade, because they weren't working, because I felt like I was slip and sliding. Because you don't get a true traction with the slide pad on both feet.
Right.
So when I went to upgrade, they were more worried about selling than they were about me. So why I say that is because they sold me a pair of shoes that had a rubber that had grip on the right foot because I was bowling. I decided to bowl right-handed, and a slide pad on the left, but a slide pad that is interchangeable can become a problem, especially if you're going to think if you're thinking about going further, then you might want to think about being further because you can get
Hold on one
shoes that
second.
are interchangeable pads for a decently cheap price. But if you're going to take bowling a little serious, it's an investment in which you would like to make.
I'll be right back.
Sure. And Boyd Meets Bowling said he agrees. With I'm thinking about the correct shoes. Would that be correct? So here's what people don't understand. Okay. Shoes make a huge difference. And here's why. You can be a person that slides or a person that steps instead of slides. When you are someone that slides, that slide helps control the bottom of your swing. Well, yes. The reason why is because it allowed him to have traction. It allows him to be able to slide into what he's doing or step into it. But that right foot traction is a plant. You push off that foot. Even if you don't realize it, you do. So for any person it looks like a platypus where your right foot slides out, your left foot slides out, you're not getting the leverage and traction that you actually need to be able to get through the ball. So that's why those level of shoes, I'm always gonna say no. But here's the thing: if a person comes to you and they say, "Hey, I want to bowl league," that means they're taking their game from rec league to semi-serious. That means they're trying to get better, trying to develop. I don't think that it's in a bowler's best interest to go middle of the road shoes. Because here's the best thing about bowling shoes. One pair of bowling shoes can last you 20 years. So when they're a kid, let's be honest, it's a difference. But if you're an adult or you're 17 years old, 18, your feet ain't grown in a year or two, investing in a pair of bowling shoes can last you 20 years. And that's no lie. A high quality pair of shoes can last you 20 years. And here's the best part. If you get the right pair of shoes, not only are your slide pad and all that on the left foot interchangeable, but they're also interchangeable on your right foot as well. Matter of fact, let me grab a pair of shoes and I'm gonna show you. Let's give a demonstration. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. All right, so bowling shoes, the STs. Okay. Yeah, I got the red ones, I got the black ones. Okay, so slide pad. Okay, so slide pad. You say it comes off, it's interchangeable, right? Okay. So I'll always be able to change the slide pad. This rubber guard right here, this rubber guard is interchangeable. I can take this off, put another one on. The slide pad of my shoes, like I said, I can take that off and put it back on. So here's the coolest part. When I change to my red shoes, if there's a slide pad that I like, I can take that slide pad, put on my red shoes, heel, all that stuff. Okay. Heel. Let's do that. Heel. I just took the heel off. So the heel's interchangeable. And this is important because if you go to an event and everything is in you're sliding too much or too little, you can simply just change pads. If you're in league, and see, here's what people don't understand: bowling in the summer and bowling in the winter are two different things. The lanes are different. The approach is different. So it's a lot more tacky in the summer. So if you need to change, you can change. Now, okay, so check this out. This is my right foot. This pad comes off, which is my grip pad. So when I want to bowl left-handed, which I do sometimes, to go in and practice, I'll change all my shoes over so that I can slide lefty instead of righty. So that comes off. And the black bumper on it comes off also. And then this heel comes off on it also. See? So again, one pair of shoes makes the biggest difference in the world. Now, when you have a kid that's bowling, okay, now Lon is bowling. He's only 11, 12 years old. You can't, I haven't bought the boys, and I wouldn't buy him a pair of these shoes yet because their feet are growing. So it makes no sense to blow $220 on a pair of shoes when he's going to grow out of them in 3 months anyway. But when he's 16, 17 years old, when his feet stop growing, that one pair of shoes he can use for 10, 12 years, because only thing he has to do is change the pads, and shoes are really put together well. So now, 30, what's the rest of that? Because that's the short person, the version. That's the part of it. I mean, so that's me walking them through. So I will walk them through the shoe portion first. So it would be, are you serious? Let me see you bowl. Let me help you with your mechanics to get you ready. I would make sure that they understand their hand position, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I would let them also know while practicing with the house ball, I would start getting them used to rolling, trying to look at the eyes. I would set them up, pin eyes, pin with your eyes. I would get them to try to hit the second arrow, which is the 10 board. The reason why is to get them ready. I'll call them back in a minute. Okay. I would have them do a show. I would show them the 10 board. The reason why I would show them that is because by teaching them that, it will help them be able to throw that mini hook. And then as far as ball go, as far as which ball, there's a lot of starter balls out there that can work, but it also depends on the person, on their level of how they're doing in their practice. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody jump off a bridge. I mean, they can go to hammer raw and then progress from there. But here's the thing. Everybody's different. If it's a guy that played sports, he might progress faster than the guy that never did it all. So it all depends on the person. But beginner balls, the twist, the raw, the hammer, some raws. There's a lot of bugs out here. So yeah, balls like that. A rhino even. A rhino is definitely a good way to go. A rhino is good for even a person that's not only a beginner but the middle of the road. I've seen some high quality bowlers also use some rhinos, depending on the lane situation. So that's my point on it. Any other questions you got, 30? The electrify. Okay, so boy meets bowling. Yeah, they come off. The shoes that Lon got are the boas. There is actually a upgrade pair of boas too, but they cost like $289. But again, I wouldn't even think about it until his feet stop growing. Now back to you, 30, the Electrify. So the Electrify has the new one. The Electrify, they have the new one. They have the orange and gold. They have quite a few of them. And yes, I would go with the Electrify as a beginner ball. Yeah, it could work. But here's the catch 22 though. It depends on who's going to drill it. See, you got a good deal then, because they're really good shoes. So 30, it all depends on in reality who's drilling the ball. Let's be honest. Everybody drilling the ball isn't taking the time to benefit you. The ball that I think is the biggest ball is your second ball. That's in my pro shot. Yes, I would. I'm thinking. Yeah, in my pro shop, I would. Yes, I would recommend the Electrify. Yep, I would recommend the Electrify to any level bowler because the Electrify, even for a high quality bowler, it goes really long, has an archetype back end, and it finishes. So yeah, I would. I would. But the biggest ball is the most important ball because that's the ball that you should be able to get your access access point, your PAP. And I think that that's the ball that's going to that's when you're going to start getting a lot of that's when you're going to see a lot of difference, a lot of improvement. Even for Lon, when Lon got his ball where we got his PAP and his access, his game went up and expanded. I've never seen somebody get a pat from a house ball ever. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying what I have learned to this point, I haven't seen it done. But once we got Lawrence Pat, for example, his game changed. His numbers went up. But most important, his confidence went up because the ball started to perform at what he thought it would perform at. But it's the same thing with my sons. It's the same thing with a lot of people that I coach. I've been here's another example. I bowled with over the weekend with a couple of guys and they don't have their access rotation on the ball. So they don't have their pat. And I told them once you get it done, it's gonna make a difference. And that's a problem. Pro shops don't take the time to make sure. But I understand sometimes they're busy and I get all that. But if you're somebody who's trying to improve your game, getting your PAP is an important part of your game. All right, what else you got, 30? Can you tell me, 30, can you do it with a house? Can you get a PAP with a house ball? I would think, being that a house ball, I, I would think it'd be very difficult. I would think because a house ball, you're squeezing it to hold it. So I'm not so sure you would throw the ball the same way every time. I don't think you can fit the hand the right way in a house ball. I mean, if it's an adult, maybe. A kid, no way. Hey, Boy Meets Bowling, you remember us trying to get the boys to hold the house ball the other day? Yeah, that's a tough sell. I'd probably prefer the other way. So no, they could. No, that's the thing. They couldn't do it because the house ball don't fit them. Adults' fingers are a little bigger, so you might find it. If it's a female, you might find trickery in it too. But me personally, I probably would never go that route because also, again, I watched people throw a house ball, and when they threw the house ball, they threw it a bunch of different ways. And the thing about it, if you're gonna get a PAP. The goal for me is the person throw the ball the same way so you get an accurate read. But that's just what I've learned so far. Now remember, I'm going to learn to drill at the end of I'm going to learn to drill at the end of July. So I'll be more equipped to answer that question then. So I would love to revisit this same question once I return at the beginning of August, which I think would be a fantastic show to do. You know what I mean? What we learn, best practices, and not only that, but I'm going to start actually mapping out balls when I get back on the channel. We can do that live, map it out, talk about it, and then we can go test them at the bowling alley later on so that everybody has an idea of not only what the drill was, not only what the layout was, but actually how it worked. That way, everybody has an understanding of how things are starting to work. Boy Meets Bowling, you coming a long way, man. You're gonna be something else coaching here shortly, buddy. You're coming a long way. Your knowledge is growing exponentially, man. I'm proud to tell you that you're growing as much as as much as improvement as he's getting. That's because you're improving just as much. What you got next, 30? So, oh, let me do this. Also, this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you're somebody watching this and you watch it at a later date, T's not next to me, and you're watching this, right? And you're thinking about bowling and you haven't. The reason why I say it's important to get a coach is this: developing good habits in the beginning is such an amazing and important thing because if you learn bad, you're spending a lot of time trying to correct. And here's the thing: if you spend your time wisely and you get someone to help you to develop good mechanics, it'll really elevate you. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people are like, well, if you a lot of people think that bowlers become finished products. And the fact of the matter is, we're never finished. We're always improving. Even the pros you see on TV are always improving. They all have coaches. At some point, they go to get work done. You're never done. You're never, you know, like Tom Brady. At some point, Tom Brady, people thought he was finished, but no, he kept on working. He kept on grinding. That's what bowling actually is. So for me, I work with 30. Um, he helps me mechanic wise because you're always improving. And that's the thing. You can be the best coach in the world, but you can't coach yourself. You can't see yourself. I mean, you can break down the film, but it's hard being modest with what you're doing. So, understanding that working with someone, if you're really thinking about bowling, is only going to help you. Let's see what my man had to say.
Okay.
Yeah, hit mechanics. That's what they do. It increases your power. It increases your rotation. It does all those things. But again, that's what good mechanics do. But remember, Sean, it took time for us to develop that with him. It took time for us to work through that because it takes a while to break a bad habit. It really does. And the thing is we have to be when we have to practice the right way so we don't fall back into bad. Practicing bad results into bad. Bad bowling 101. That's really what it is. You practice it. No, but here's the thing about you though. You may not have had the knowledge then, but you're so willing to learn it. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. You're learning it. You're like a sponge, dude. You ask questions, you're paying attention, and then the best part about you is you don't let him practice bad. You correct that, and that's so important. Yeah, starting with a coach, it is. I mean, couple dollars investment, but it's so worth it. So worth it. All right, 30. What's up? You back? I see you back.
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
But then how do you know I asked the question if you can't hear me?
That's why I was just messing with you.
Oh, don't play me like that. I was like, wait a minute. How's that possible?
All right, so pick up. What's up? Where you at? Talk to me.
All right. So yes, you can get the PAP from a house ball. Yes, your PAP can and does change based on rotation.
Yes.
The key to getting it right the first time is mainly getting something that's going to fit you as close as you can to what you're going to be throwing.
See, and that's where me and you have a conflict. I don't think with a house ball. Well, maybe where you're from you can, but I don't think in a house ball where we from you're gonna find that.
What does that mean?
I mean, me and my man. I'm gonna stop saying his name. I apologize. It took us 10 minutes to try to find a ball to fit.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be easy.
No, I'm not doing it. I'd rather you just go ahead, get it done, and you know. But you know what? To be real though, if I was gonna do somebody who came to me and they never bowled before, I would take them to the pro shop. There's a bunch of balls in that pro shop that are used. I'm pretty sure we could find something that fits somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
close.
or at least something that's going to be close. Yeah.
Right. Something that's close. And then we can get it that way. Now, I would agree with that. But picking up a house ball, absolutely. Not the house ball we had. You got to come up here and bowl with them. You find out. Nope. 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 All right. What else? What's next?
Okay. So go over this. So we got anything else on the game plan for that after the ball? What are we doing?
Well, after they get a ball, working with them becomes a lot easier because then it's about. I mean, I'm a big guy in breathing. I'm a big guy in relaxation, and and then you let people develop at their own time. You know what I mean? So you work with them and you let them develop in their own time. You don't try to rush them. You just work. And that's the same way I am with the kids. I don't rush them. I walk them to it, and then I let them figure it out.
So, okay. So walk me through a lesson plan. Walk me through a game plan.
Okay. Game plan for which kid?
What's day one? I'm 19 years old. We just got a new ball. We just got my new shoes. We're out of the pro shop. We have my PAP. Everything's set in that. We're out. What's our first lesson?
How about I've worked with him before, right?
No, this is somebody you've never worked with before, other than just watching them throw the ball before you went to the pro shop and did all the stuff with the equipment. So you see them throw some shots, but this is the first official lesson once they have all their stuff.
Okay, but I gave them unofficial lessons.
What does that mean?
See, you walked off on your thing. So okay, so I said that if somebody comes to me
Hmm.
and they tell me they want a bowl,
Hmm.
and I would watch them bowl before I even let them
Right.
buy a bowl. I would work with them before that. I would get their mechanics in order. I would try to get them to target, and I would explain to them and work with them on why we're targeting what we're targeting, which would be the 10, the second arrow, and
Hmm.
I would do that until they're comfortable, and then we would go into the other ball. That's my reality because I want them to find success right away. People who don't tend to stay. You know that.
Uh-huh.
So after we get the ball, when we hit the lanes, I'll let them throw some shots and I will watch. And so, but I would already explain, how I want the hand position to be. I would already explain to them how I want the arm motion and follow through to be,
Hmm.
along with their mechanics. That's why I would do it first because that's an easier transition. And then I would let them throw some shots, just to be comfortable, not coaching, not nothing. Just let them get comfortable throwing it, and then I would
Hmm.
walk them through again, hitting the hitting the second arrow. I would walk through them, make sure the mechanics are good, and then I would explain to them again and let them repeat it back to me what they're trying to do and how we're trying to do it, and that's where we
Hmm.
would start.
Okay.
Big mosquito flying around. Can you see it?
I don't see it. I'm surprised I don't hear it because usually they're loud enough where you could hear them in a mic.
I got the fan going.
No, I can barely hear the fan.
Oh, okay. I got good AirPods, man. They cost a whole bunch of money. My wife crazy, but it was my birthday though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing the same ones.
So so here's here's why I say what I said. When I did my boys, I did them the same way I'm telling you. One
Hmm.
progressed so much faster than the other
Hmm.
because if somebody's more athletic than the other person, that's going to be. Um, I'm not the guy that barks out orders. Sean can contest to that. I'm the guy that explains to you
Hmm.
why you're doing what you're doing, because I think that that's the most important part of the game. Is if you're doing something, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Storm, come on. If somebody's telling you something and they're not telling you why, then you're not learning.
Okay.
So I'm a big believer in that, but that's why my students love me. That's why my students understand and have confidence in what they're doing is because I explain to them the why.
Hmm.
You don't think that's a big thing, 30?
No, I think it absolutely is a good thing.
You see what Sean's saying down there? He said he thinks that the thing is people at the bowling alley think they know they can bowl, or at least they think they can.
Well, in this hypothetical scenario, we're working with someone who's not into their own head and thinking that they're a better bowler than they actually are. Because those people are the worst to deal with, and I've had to work with some of those guys, and they're a nightmare to coach.
Well, like I said, when you explain why, everything's smoother. Why am I doing this? Why are you doing this? Okay, so and I'll tell you. So your footwork is important because if your timing's good, which is your swing play and getting the ball to the lane, then that's the start. You're coming through the ball is a secondary thing. And then you explain to them why and how it all works together. Those are big things. For example,
Okay.
the guy that I'm going to have as my doubles partner, I sat down, me and him, and we talked about it. We came up with a game plan to get this done. And right now he's like, man, this isn't, he's like, nobody ever told me that. He's like, okay, so now it makes sense. So this is what we're doing to get to this. Yes. Yes, it all goes together. That's like you, for example. When we start doing the yo-yo release, you're like, this goes to this, this goes to this, this goes to this. And if we do them in a chain, then they all make sense, right?
Right.
That's how you got to be as a coach every day. Like you see what my man Sean down here saying, you know, when I speak to him, it's what, but more importantly, I'm giving them confidence because they know what happens once it's done. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started working with someone, man, I didn't have their attention for nothing. But now I got their attention. If I call on them, hey, then I got it done. But Sean's right though. I also teach the parents. I'm teaching everybody because here's the thing: I can't be with these kids 24/7. So when I'm not with them, it's mom and dad's job to make sure that they're still doing it right. Because if they go back into that battle, man, listen. The worst thing in the world is when a bowler finds success. 30, you should know this. When they find success, they mechanics can go out the door at first. When you first find it, you think, I got this. I don't need to worry about none of that. And it's wrong. Yeah, they do. Everybody do that now. They shoot videos, send them to me, make sure the mechanics are good. And Sean's really good at that to make sure that he's on par because it's important. And Lon just won his middle school thing, didn't he? Yeah, he sure did. But that's because all the work he puts in. It's not because of me. It's because of work he puts in. It's because of work dad puts in. And that's important because parents got to hold them to it too. Because if you're coaching them and then as soon as you walk out the door, they're doing something different, come on, man. It doesn't matter. Hold on, I'll be right back. 30, talk for a second.
Yeah. All right, so what else we got? So he's working with you, Boy Meets World, yeah?
Yep.
So what's your game like?
He doesn't know. With his son. I work with his son.
Oh, okay. How's his progress coming along? Wait, do you coach any adults or do you only coach kids?
I coach adults too. You're going to see because one of them is going to nationals with me.
I wasn't sure if you needed.
I'm going to be coaching him tomorrow. If I feel better, I'm going to coach him tomorrow and record it.
I wasn't sure if you had to have a different certification to coach adults versus kids.
Yeah, I can do both. I'm certified to do both.
Do you prefer one or the other?
No.
That's good.
You hear what Sean said? Anyone will listen.
Anyone without an ego. Have you coached anyone with an ego before?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you handle that?
Let them fail till they come back to me.
Well, what's failure though? So in the context of bowling, you say you're going to let that person fail because they have a thick ego. What is that failure? What does that look like?
Well, you average a 217, you get on the lane and you're averaging a 130. That'll do it to you every time.
So you're going to wait. So, okay. Clarify that. So someone's averaging 217 and you're going to take them down to a 130?
No, they went down to a 130 on their own.
How did they go down to a 130 from a 217?
Because they bowled on a sports shot.
Okay.
There's two different types of bowler. There's a high quality bowler on a house shot. There's a high quality bowler on a sports shot. Sorry, I'm lighting the thing. You got to learn how to do it. Come on, man. It's not something you just go out and do. You have to learn it. And my students are learning this because they're getting to bowl on it. Like I said, man, I got a team of kids. and a team of adults, they coming.
Hmm.
In about 5 years, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna have a national championship with my kids, and my adults is gonna be lighting it up. And I'm just gonna sit back and do nothing.
Do nothing. What happened to the PBA 50? What happened to regionals?
That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just saying I'm gonna be doing that.
Oh, you're saying you won't have to coach anymore?
No, I'm gonna be coaching too, but I mean I'm gonna sit back and just enjoy the fruits of my labors, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hit a roadblock, Sean. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing. Well, okay, so you. Oh yeah. Before we started working, yeah, you. But see, but that's the thing, though. You were see, but that's the thing about other coaches. When you other people don't go to school to coach, they're your regular guys in the bowling alley coaching, and they can coach you to what they do, not what they see. And that's a big difference. Understanding that every kid and every adult is different. You coach them to their strengths. You don't try to make them into you. And that's a big thing. But that's
Clarify
another
that.
thing,
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
What you just said. You're not trying to
I coach
turn
them.
them into you.
Yes,
You're
yes. Okay, so here's the deal, right? Mechanics. In everybody's there's similarities to everything, right?
mm-hmm.
But everybody walk up don't have to look the same.
Right.
Everybody swing playing, unfortunately, don't have to look the same.
Right.
If you're coaching 10 kids and they all look the exact same like you, that's a problem, bro. Because body sizes, body masses, and index are different, flexibility is different, athleticism is different. So that's what I'm saying.
That's okay. That's like a half truth.
All right, break it down. Let's hear it.
Okay, so there are differences in biomechanics, and there are differences in body types, and there are differences in styles. These are all true things, but they're still correct parts of the physical game, and there's incorrect parts of the physical game.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And no matter the style, you still have to get those parts correct in order for everything to be aligned.
Wait, but that's alignment. But still, no two bowlers have to look the same to have correct alignment.
Well, it's not about how they look.
Listen, I'm not talking. You're see, we're remember that we were talking about where we're two different places. Remember that?
Yep.
Right now, we're at two different places. I'm talking about the coaches that tell kids or adults, you're doing it wrong because you don't look like me.
Okay.
I'm talking about the guy that
folks like that.
I'm talking about the guy that brings in kids to an event and they all look the same. They all bowl bag the same and they all look the same. You understand what I'm saying?
Kind of. I missed that last part because I think your mic cut out.
Okay, so biomechanics play a part.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sean. I didn't start over with Lon. I fine-tuned his mechanics. I didn't have to start over. I didn't want to change who Lon is. I just wanted to get out. I just wanted to get everything out of him that he was supposed to get anyway. like 30 just said, there's certain things that has to be like everybody else because they have to be fine-tuned. They just have to be. But it doesn't change his game. Lon still looks like the same kid, just a better version, more complete in his approach. That's it. That's it. I mean, his release is going to get better as he gets stronger, but we all know this. So, but we're good. Um, Let me ask you this, 30.
Mhm.
If we brought up right now 10 pros, how many of them would look the exact same?
Maybe 2.
Okay, so why would you think that a coach should make all his bowlers be the exact same?
Well, okay.
And listen, and what happens if this bowling coach never went to get certified, right? Just decided to buy a bowling alley one day, and then he became a good bowler, and he became a good coach because
Well, I mean,
he owns a bowling alley. That's it.
I have to look more into certification, because I really want to know more of like the depths of the certification, because I've talked to a lot of people who are certified who, in my opinion, shouldn't be coaching.
Well, here's the thing. Do you know what certification is for USBC?
Yeah,
Man,
it's a
that's a
license.
big
It's a license you get after you take some classes to get certified to coach.
no. Come on, dog. Now you better look at this. So to be a volunteer coach, you have to do a background check.
Right.
That's number one.
Okay.
To be a
Yeah.
level 1 coach, you have to watch a video and answer some questions during the video, and then you're a coach. That's what these
Mhm.
dudes got. They
Okay.
went to Kegel and did their homework. I mean, if you talk to them a lot of things, they have no idea.
Mhm.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what. Now, when you're going to talk about these high school coaches, they did none of that. What they did is they went to their org or whatever it is to take a 3 hour. No, it's not even that. It's a class that you got to watch videos on, right, Sean? You got to watch. If all them bowling coaches, they just watch videos on this crap and took a little test. Which, dude, I didn't watch videos. I just took the test. It was just easy. And then you got to take a first aid class and something else, and then you're official high school coach or elementary coach. That's it. That's all they require you. You don't have to know nothing about bowling. I
Okay.
mean, nothing.
So I'm right. The certification process isn't very good.
No, it's hot garbage. And then these guys are
Okay.
out there, or ladies out there. Look at him. Yeah, she ain't 2 hours about that one. And it's not about bowling because it's not. So you got people out there coaching kids that ain't coaches. And if they happen
Okay.
to be a bowler, then they're trying to teach them to be like them. And unfortunately, and here's the bad part: if a coach is trying to teach you to be like them, what happens if the coach isn't good? What happens if they're flawed? Then he's teaching a whole bunch of other people to be flawed. The worst thing about bowling and the best thing about bowling is coaching. The reason why I say it's the worst and the best is because it's the worst because you're teaching bad, which creates bad, which means if people bowling bad, it could have been like me. Like I was ready to stop the sport until somebody pulled me aside and said, "Hold on, wait a minute, let me check this out." But think about all the people that quit the sport that nobody do that for.
Uh-huh.
But the good part is people were trying to help, but it's just the wrong people helping. You know what I mean? That's where the disconnect. So when me and you're talking, and you're like, "Well, people need to be this." I get what you're saying. Fundamentals are fundamentals. I get it. I agree with you. However, it depends on who's teaching you the fundamentals. You get where I'm going?
Kind of.
Okay, so somebody that took the course that me and Sean are talking about
Mm-hmm.
is going to be coaching your kids to bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They bowl in a couple rum buckets for the last couple years.
Okay. Rum
And
buckets.
yeah, and they're gonna be teaching your kids how to bowl. Are you okay with that? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, if it is, see, that's difficult for my scenario because I'm going to be coaching my kids. I'm not going to have an
Okay, so
external
would you?
source coach my
Okay,
kids
so would
unless they A, have
okay,
a
so
good certification, and B, can pass my tests.
okay, so here's the question, 30. Would you
Yeah,
let that person coach my kids? We friends, right?
right.
Would you let them coach
No,
my kids?
no.
That's
If they
simple.
can't pass my test and they don't have the right certification, then no. Or
That's
let me preface it this way. If it's someone who has the right kind of experience, like the first main coach I worked with was a former PBA guy. So I trust his history and I trust his background and his knowledge, even though he wasn't technically an ABC because there was no USBC back then. He wasn't
right.
ABC certified to be a coach. He was still a really strong player who knew how to pass the message along, who was extremely educated in the sport. So I trust
Okay.
his judgment. So that person, yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this:
Mm.
would you trust every PBA bowler to coach your kids?
I mean, probably most of them, yeah.
I would. You better rethink that one. So listen, you know what we're gonna do? At some point, I'm gonna pay for you to go to Kegel Center to coach. I'm gonna pay for you to go to coaching class, and then we're gonna revisit that after that because it's absolutely positively hell no. Because
Okay,
they will
what?
tell you most bowlers are great bowlers, but the game they okay. That's like this. That's like saying I will let some of these house guys coach my kids or coach Lon, who's 220 average bowlers, because they don't know the game at all. They were good at rolling it, and that's what they know. They can't
But
go
wait,
anywhere outside of
hold
that
on.
house.
We're not talking about 220 house bowlers. We're talking about professionals.
I agree,
There's a,
but
there's
what I'm
a
saying is
huge difference in these two things.
when I was at the Kegel Center, and I'm telling you right now,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that's teaching the class, Coach Rick, he was like, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you, most pro bowlers think they know bowling, but he said, now you got some that are so highly intelligent that they understand every piece of the game,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know. But others don't know it at all. They're just great at it."
Well, those players probably aren't going to be coaches then,
You might be true. You might be right, but you never know.
right? Like, okay, here's an example. Like Nick Pate doesn't do coaching, right? He just doesn't. That's not part of his repertoire.
Right. Now
Brad
listen.
and
Let
Kyle
me clarify.
do.
Oh, go ahead.
Brad and Kyle do coaching.
Oh
J.R.
yeah.
Raymond does coaching, right? It's part of what they do on the side from just their professional career.
Right.
So I would go to someone like that, and I would trust their judgment. Yeah, of course. But
Okay.
Nick Pate,
I
no,
agree with you.
Nick
That
Pate
100.
is the dude.
I would agree. I would do that too. Um, but let me clarify. These coaches that I'm talking about who aren't certified, who's never been to a coaching class,
Hmm.
who try to make carbon copies, these guys have great intention. Like Sean said, they have the best intention, man. They just don't have the knowledge behind the intention.
Well, yeah, the knowledge
And
is extremely important.
yeah, attention, the knowledge and attention to detail, that's important. Like Sean says, man, like sometimes he'll be like, how did you see that? You see things I just don't see. And I'm like, well, that comes with time. That comes with what you learning. You know what I mean? But sometimes, but Sean, check this out. Sometimes 30 will see me and he'll see something I'm doing that I don't see. You
Because I
can't
have
see
magic
everything.
eyes. You know, I'm
Shut the hell
legally blind.
up. But sometimes that's just how it works, though. You know what I mean? Um, That's how it works. All okay, so let's do this. It's the same thing like NFL quarterbacks. The
Hmm.
best quarterbacks in the world don't coach because they don't playing the game ain't seeing the game.
Hmm.
Everybody said Peyton Manning was going to be the world's greatest coach. Nah, he don't translate the game to anybody like he can see it. So it's pointless.
Okay, but I'm going to push back on that. But some of the best coaches are former players. Like,
No,
look at
that's
Steve Kerr. Look at Steve Kerr.
that,
Perfect
that's
example.
true. That's true. But they ain't good. They wasn't high quality though. Steve Kerr was was a bencher
Oh,
coming off at best.
you think just because he's a six man, it makes him not high
He
quality?
wasn't six. He was eight. He was eight. Eight. Eight.
Oh my god, we're not
Steve
going to get
Kerr was
into this
eight.
because this is going to get way too deep because I got so many in my head right now.
I'm just saying, Steve Kerr was an eight guy. He
My point is he was a bench player, but he was still really, really good.
You see what Sean said? Not only don't he not see it, but he don't understand what the end result will be. But I do a great job of explaining it to you, right? That's attention to detail. That's me taking time to make sure that not only Lon understands, but it also makes sure that you understand, so that way you know what you're looking for while he's doing it. That's what coaching 101 is, man. Making sure everybody has a clear understanding. And the one thing I can say about Lon is he's hungry to learn it. And you see his progression. It just keeps climbing and climbing. Like I told him, when he started beating me, I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna bowl with him no more. What? I ain't lying. I told my sons the same thing. When they start beating me, I'm done messing with them. I'll coach him, but I ain't bowling around him no more. You know I'm joking, right,
So,
30?
so once the teacher beats the student, or once the student beats the teacher, that's it, huh? Lesson's over.
No, I just said I'll keep coaching him. I'm just not gonna bowl against him.
Why not?
Hey,
That
I
can make
got
you better.
no. That won't be a minute, Matt. Listen, Sean, at the level that these boys are improving, I might not have 2 years left. They might get me in two, maybe less. At the rate they're going, see that's
Yeah,
the thing. They're
once
like,
once they hit 13 to 14, they're gonna skyrocket.
yeah, because right now they're playing with baby strength. Once they get to 13, 14, they'll get teenage strength. Once that happens, hey, and I'm gonna teach them how to yo-yo it. So they're gonna roll through that. Man, I'm gonna be done. Every time I see them walking the bowling, I'll be like, yeah, I'm just here to coach. Like, you ain't bowling? Nope. You ain't gonna roll up? Nope. And you know what's funnier? They gonna be doing the bar reviews because I ain't doing it either because they ain't gonna make me look bad on my own stuff.
Are you just not gonna bowl anymore?
Oh, I'm a bowl. I'm gonna beat the mess out of 50-year-olds. 50 plus, I'm coming for you. But I'm gonna leave these young kids to do what the young kids do. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay? But if they call me out, then I'm gonna have to see them. Maybe. You know what, 30? You a lot younger than me. Maybe we'll let you bowl them and then make you on camera and let you look bad.
I'm not that much younger than you, and I'll bowl anybody. I don't care.
You like 5 years younger, ain't you?
That's not that much.
It's a lot when you're my age.
Plus, I'm aged well beyond my years.
Hey, and the best part is these boys are getting confident, man. They're getting so confident, dude. I'm so proud of them. You have no idea, man. I'm so proud of these kids. Like Lon, you can see his confidence, man. It rubs right off of him. You can just see it. I don't think there's anything in the bowling now that he don't think he can do. One board challenge. Let me do this. Let me try this. I got this. Between the legs. He ain't tried that one yet, but he said he was going
No,
to.
don't.
He's like,
God,
I
don't
got
try.
this. Huh?
Don't fill their head with that bullshit.
Which bullshit?
Between the legs, garbage.
Come on, man. It's fun. Sometimes you gotta have a little fun. What's
That's
wrong
a
with you?
great way to cause an injury to a kid.
I didn't tell him to do it. See? So don't be putting that on me.
They're getting the idea from you, so I'm going to put that on
Okay,
you.
so listen. So next time we're in a bowling alley, and my boys start bowling left-handed, I'm gonna say you gotta stop because 30 said it's bad for you.
Yep. The coach of the coach says it's bad. So stop it.
No, I didn't say it's bad. You said it was bad.
Yeah, the coach. I'm the coach of the coach. You're their coach. I'm
Oh.
your coach. So
Yeah, that
therefore,
works.
I'm declaring it's bad for them.
I don't know why, because they real good left-handed.
Left-handed's fine.
You just said it was bad for them.
No, I said I said trying to throw the ball between your legs is bad for them.
They don't throw the ball between their legs. Sean, did you hear me not say?
That's an invitation for an
next time
injury.
they try to throw left-handed, I'm gonna tell them 30 said no.
No, if they want to swap lefty, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But at some point, they got to make a decision which way do they want to go, because I've seen what a decent to good bowler looks like ambidextrous, and they end up lost.
Not sure what they want to do.
It's not even that they're not even sure. It's that they can't improve one side to the full extent because they're too focused on going back and forth.
On both. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. In some cases,
Sean,
they don't have a choice.
What was I going to say? Well, he does mimic me a little bit, but he can't be mimicking me too much because he's going to be better. Just like Clarence and Jordan, they'll be better. That's why I said when they get to high school, man, the world better watch out. Literally, watch out. Because them guys are, man, I see a lot of pro in them. The only thing they're missing is the pro style release, but that'll come in time. They're too young right now. They can't have that till they're a little older. I know 30's like, nah, they can get that now. See?
I'm not saying,
told you.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Told you. No, listen. I got a plan for them. I got a plan written down for each one of them. So it'll come when they're ready. Yep. Strength. That's it right there. When they're ready, I'll give it to them. When they're ready, the two-handers got it already. Jordan, Jesus Christ, that boy's fantastic. His power, his release, his roll, he just, man. But Lon and Clarence, it's coming. But listen, that's what I was going to tell you. Sean, make him curl with both hands, not one. Keep him strong equally on both sides. Both sides. It's beneficial to be strong on both sides of your body.
Yeah, the extra strength is going to come on one side just from bowling by itself.
I know, but that's why I need him to work out on the other side too. So
I know
that's what I mean. Works out. Yeah, so he needs to be on both sides. Your speed and mechanic. So here's the deal. He had that extra pump motion that we took out. So he's putting the ball down into his swing plane, which is allowing him to have more power and speed on the ball. I told you that was going to happen automatically. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna have to get him in there next time. I'm gonna have to test his revs and see where he's at. But we both know, me and 30 know that once he starts with his release change, that's gonna change exponentially. That's gonna go up big time. But he has to be ready though.
Was this the one-hander or the two-hander?
No, these are one-handers I'm talking about.
Okay.
No, one-handers. So, okay, so I'm about to wrap this up. But here's what I'm going to do. 30, we talk so much that we'll work this out. We're going to do a string of getting ready for nationals. I'm about a month away. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna start doing everything based. I'm gonna do ball reviews, yes, but I'm gonna do coaching videos and getting ready for nationals. On my pool table downstairs, I'm gonna line up every ball that I think I might want to take, and we're gonna start on lives and on videos. We're gonna start dropping the kitty down. We're gonna start making a big difference and see what we're gonna take, what we're not. We're gonna be explaining the balls, what they do, how they do, the layouts on them, what the expectations will be. I'm gonna be recording on Thursday nights. I'm gonna do the best I can, and then I for sure on Saturdays when we're in there, I'm gonna for sure gonna record these from now on. That way that everybody can get an understanding of what we mean by ball, how the balls work, and all those things. You know what I'm saying?
So Thursday's the sport league. Saturday is the nationals
The
practice.
national shot. Yep.
Okay. One thing you might want to think about doing in your practice, you probably already do this in practice, but maybe more so in like the ball comparisons, is instead of doing like 3 and 3 or 4 and 4, throw them back to back.
You mean switch balls back to back?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, why am I doing that?
Because then you can get a direct back to back comparison of how they're going to handle each individual shot, as long as you're able to repeat that shot. So
Okay.
let's say,
That's not
I think for you that'll help you more prepare for nationals, because you'll see, okay, I threw the Widow 2.0 over 15 and it did X. Then I threw the GB4 over 15 and then it did Y.
I got you. I don't know. Sean can tell you. I'll bowl a game and use a different ball each frame.
Hmm.
I don't have no problem doing that, man. Because to me, it's not the ball; it's your math. So because you're using 6 different balls, all of them don't respond the same way on friction. So you have to understand the math of each ball, and I'm really good at that. I mean, I'm really, really good at that. So I have no problem doing it. So
Well,
if I'm going to do a review,
I'm not saying to try to strike with each ball.
oh, me neither. But I'm saying I'm good at it.
Okay.
After repeating it, I'm good at it. So, but I do it anyway. I always do. I don't know why I do that, man, but I do it anyway. I guess I like to make myself uncomfortable. Dude, I can't breathe through my nose for crap. Only I can get sick on the best days of the year. You know, that's stupid. Hey, dog. He dumber than me. He looking at me like, why you got all that stuff on too?
Right?
That's funny. That's true. But
You're
okay,
dressed like
so
you're going hunting.
yeah, hey, well, I might go hunting for my dog. So we got no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so podcast next Monday. We're gonna do same time, 6 p.m. We have a ball review coming, or we have a video coming Wednesday because we always have one at one Saturday. We have the duo ball review coming up. And we have members send in your videos if you would like a ball to be in the ball, what do you call it? The drawing. Also merch and everything else too. So there's 2 ball drawings and a merch drawing. So with that being said, make sure you guys are doing what you're supposed to. Watch the videos, put it in. The most important part that I'm gonna tell you though, if you're not subscribed, you're not winning the ball. That's a prerequisite. You got to be subscribed to win a ball. Okay, guys. 30, you want to add anything?
That's fair. Yeah, go follow my stuff. Follow my channel, follow my TikTok.
Yes. Well, plug yourself. How you going? You plug yourself.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And everybody follow on Twitter and YouTube, AMF The Return.
That's me.
AMF The Return. Now, what you guys don't realize is AMF was not only back in the day bowling, But it was another company too. I don't remember what it is, but I seen it the other day and I was like, wait, what?
Well, it was always AMF, but before they started with Boeing, they had military contracts.
That's it then.
All right, here's here's the YouTube.
Well, good. As soon as I have it, I will be putting the link to the merch in every video. I will be putting it a link to the merch in my normal homepage also. So yeah, absolutely. I know Lon will love it. So and he can put his name on the back of it too, which is even better. So everybody that watches this, because we always have hundreds and hundreds of people watch it later. Just remember, guys, follow AMF The Return. The link is in the chat. AMF Return. Follow on YouTube and TikTok.
Hold on.
He helps
Copy
me
the
out with my
TikTok
swing,
now.
and I'm sure he can help you with yours. What?
I'm pulling up the TikTok now, so I can put it in the chat.
Good. Put it in there. And then I can get off here and I can go lay down because they already called me like 6 times to go into the office. So guess I'm going in tonight. Don't feel good, but it don't matter.
You're going in tonight?
Yeah. I got stuff to do.
Why is it? I'll put it in the comments. I don't know where to copy this from because it's doing the QR code for TikTok. It's doing the QR code thing, but it's not showing me a link. Where's my link?
Why don't you also send them to me though? Because then I can put them in videos too. Like follow my boy, you know what I mean?
Well, you have my TikTok.
No problem promoting you, man. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but like send me your YouTube thing.
Oh. Well, see, listen, I can send you the QRF on a message. Hold on.
Listen, right, but sending me links is easier because then I can copy the link and just put it in every video.
Yeah, I just sent it. I sent the TikTok one. It's a QR code though. I'm sending the YouTube one in a minute.
All right. Yeah, so I can put it into my videos. Makes it easier for me, you know what I mean?
I can't find the link to this stupid TikTok though. So if you just look up AMF The Return, it's there.
Yep, AMF The Return, people. AMF The Return. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, thank you for tuning into the Breakpoint. Thank you, 30, for giving me some scenarios, which are always good.
Of course.
And thank you everybody for tuning in. And we will see you next week at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Breakpoint. And I promise I will be putting in the topics in all platforms on Wednesday or Thursday this week, so you know exactly what we're going to do next week, okay? All right.
There it is.
Everybody have a nice night. And I hope I do feel better, man. I hate being sick, but I'm always sick for a long period of time.
Yep. Go rest up.
I can't. I don't have to do any office. All right, later, guys.
See you. Go Nuggets.
Go Nuggets. Go Heat.